Mr. and Mrs. Lorenzo, you're suing Mr. Smith for $4,800, which is 3 months of rent you claimed he didn't pay. Now, Miss Lorenzo, your father, who's 93 years old, Joseph DeBella, was actually the landlord in this case.
Correct.
He's 93, so he can't be here. You're representing his interests. Now, you, sir, Mr. Smith, rented a place from him for 8 years.
Yes.
For 8 years, you say you paid rent on time, and you did a lot of things that were above and beyond to help out your elderly landlord.
Yes.
Until you had some water problems that caused some difficulty for you and also damaged your property. So you withheld, you say, 2 months of rent. You say that the problems were so significant that they damaged your property to the tune of $5,000. And that's why you have a counterclaim here for $5,000.
Yes.
Now, Mr. and Mrs. Lorenzo, why don't you tell us what were the circumstances, his living circumstances for the past 8 years?
This building, it's a two-family building. It was a rental property. My father-in-law lives in another house.
Mr. Smith, you did not live with Mr. DeBello?
No, not at all.
There was another family or another tenant who lived in one of the floors?
Yes, she lives on the bottom floor. I live on the top floor.
Okay. What happened in this particular period of time?
Well, I lived there for 8 years. You know, everything, I mean, it was a lot of situations all through years, you know, that I took care of myself because it was an elderly guy, you know. It was a lot of floods, you know. Nothing never got repaired, but I was taking all that.
Who was your landlord?
Joe, her father.
So you dealt with him?
Yes, I never dealt with them a day in my life. I never seen them a day in my life.
When did you two become involved in overseeing this property?
My father was always hands-on at everything, but unfortunately became older and he has a lot of pain, so he can't really drive that well. Mr. Smith has always been a perfect tenant. We love him. I mean, he's always been great. Never heard of any problem in his apartment. Never.
Okay.
And the reason why he stopped paying us for January, March, and April was because he fell on hard times. I'm sorry, yes, February, March, and April.
Okay, what do you have to say to that?
I never fell on hard times. I had the money, I just didn't pay them. I mean, I found out about the building being sold by going outside the building, seeing a sign in front of the building.
When did you stop paying rent?
It was March and April. I didn't pay.
And did you notify anyone before you stopped paying rent that you would stop paying rent?
I dealt with Joe. He knew it was stuff that got damaged in my apartment. He said we'd come to some kind of agreement.
Tell us about the problem.
It was multiple floods in the house.
How did you first notice that?
My apartment was a swimming pool.
Do you have any pictures of that by any chance?
It was. I have a video of one of the floods.
Yeah, let's take a look at that if we can.
All right. The water's coming from underneath the toilet. That's the water pouring out. That's coming from my apartment.
That last one you saw with the blue is actually the basement where the bottom floor. There was so much water that it came.
Okay, ma'am, if you can step up now, because I think you have something to offer on this. Okay.
That's the back of the house. All the water has nowhere to go, so it's spitting out the back. I mean, no, the front, sorry. But that video with the blue, with the water dripping down.
Who took that video?
Me.
Were you able to figure out how the water came from your ceiling?
Oh, it was leaking through every apartment. The water from the bathroom plumbing, once it starts coming, it just don't stop and it goes through the whole building.
Was it a plumbing issue?
Yes.
It wasn't a plumbing. How could it be a plumbing issue above his? He's the top floor. It's ridiculous.
How could he have
It was a roof issue, and I remember this.
Do you have any information or any records of the repairs to the roof?
There was a while back,
I don't. It was a while back. That had to be
a while back.
more than 2 years ago.
They don't hire anybody that's licensed. They put Band-Aids on things. The people that fix the roof are the people that mow the grass and cut the grass. They weren't roofers.
Were you also getting leakage to your apartment?
Yeah, it went through 3, from his to my bathroom. It's all in a line, all the same. My daughter's
And
is in
when
the
was
bottom.
the roof fixed?
Oh, God, we're going back how many years?
It was probably February of 24.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
That was a different flood.
This- different
This is
February
a tenant that has never complained ever before. All of the violations that were in this house, they were always tended to, always fixed, and within the last...
That was not minor leakage.
No,
that
but
came
that
from
was
his
fixed.
ceiling, that came from his floor.
That was fixed
That's
because
right.
I needed
And it was
a new
taken
ceiling, a new
care of.
roof.